fans. So I'm a little late to the party breaking this news, but I want to talk about it with you guys. You got Vasily Lomachenko taking on George Gambosis in Australia in May. I believe it's May 12th, but don't quote me on that. So I want to ask you guys this. Do you think Vasily Lomachenko, is this maybe his last hurrah? Is this maybe quite possibly one, or if the one, final fight for him? You know, is he going to try to stick around a little longer and go against these young up and comers, these young lions like a Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis? Or is he maybe doing this last dance with George Gambosis? You know, we all know that Devin Haney moved up. He was the former undisputed champion in the lightweight division, so the belts kind of got spread out. And I believe George holds one of them. Could be wrong on that, but nonetheless, these guys are fighting for a belt, and we know Shakur Stevenson has a belt himself as well. So it could potentially be a lead up to another undisputed title fight where these guys could be collecting belts. Or again, like I said, it could be Vasily trying his best to have one last hurrah and move on from boxing, because he's been around the game for a long time and he's not getting any younger, and especially at the age of he's at the division he's at, it's not the easiest. You know, you can't rely on your power anymore. You got to rely on your footwork and your speed. And as you get older, a lot of that stuff slows down, and it makes it very difficult to compete with the young generation that is in that division right now. So I feel like he still could. Because he gave Devin Haney a lot. He gave Dave Haney a real tough for a lot for his money. You know, he really gave it to Devin Haney, where Devin Haney had a lot of trouble competing with Vasily Lomachenko. But, you know, Devin Haney ended up getting the victory, and rightfully so. You know, I did feel like he did win that fight. But again, Lomachenko, I feel like he still has a lot left. And in this fight, we can see how much more he has left. Gambosis, I feel like he did a really good upset. You know, I don't feel like it was a robbery, and I don't feel like anything was just like out of the ordinary when he beat Teofimo Lopez. But I did feel like Teofimo Lopez wasn't clearly himself or 100% himself. I do end up believing that he has some kind of chest infection, if I remember that. But nonetheless, he got the victory. More power to him. But we know that he went against Devin Haney twice and lost twice. Very handily. Very handily. So I still feel like he's tough, and I still feel like he can do some damage. But I do feel Vasily Lomachenko has this fight and should be able to win this with ease. Now, if Lomachenko loses, if Lomachenko pretty much gets outpointed or even knocked out or knocked down, then yes, I feel like with the loss, Lomachenko should definitely retire. But with the win, and depending how he wins, I would love to see him compete with someone like a Shakur Stevenson or even a Gervonta Davis. But that all remains to be seen. But that's why I want to ask you guys. Of course, I'm going to break down the fight more. I'm going to talk about the fight more as we get closer. But I just want to ask you guys, do you think this is going to be Vasily Lomachenko's last hurrah, last time in the ring, or are we going to see more of him? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.